Signals from SKELEC smart meters have been blocking ham radio operations on St. Kitts, and months after receiving a directive from the St. Kitts and Nevis National Telecommunications Regulatory Commission, the NTRC, to cease the disruption, ham operators continue to suffer severe radio disturbances on their assigned frequencies. SKN Newsline has been told that the frequency interference has gotten worse, and there seems to be no resolution in sight. As data is transferred to and from smart meters, collectives emit signals that are in the same radio frequencies internationally assigned for ham radio operations. This is what the interference sounds like. Under these conditions, ham radio operations on St. Kitts are severely hampered as the disturbance on the frequencies is island-wide. Mr. Terry Adams, a well-known ham operator, gives SKN Newsline an update.
Can you imagine that someone is telling you, for more than 4 years now, we are addressing the problem. We are addressing the problem. And every time you will have a conversation, we are addressing the problem. Well, only a fool will want to believe that you're addressing the problem. And so, I would have written to SKELEC through my lawyers about the interference. The director of the NTRC would have written to them, asking them to cease and desist immediately. Just recently, maybe about a month ago, the acting chairman, Mr. Wharton, also wrote to them a very strong letter asking them to stop the transmission in the amateur radio spectrum because it is illegal. To date, nada. I'm asking myself these questions. Is it that a government institution is above the law? Are they a law unto themselves that even they can breach an international organization, charter, by way of the telecommunication band plans? They can do that. This is not just a St. Kitts Nevis matter. This is a worldwide matter. And here am I once again, after 3 months, to come to the nation, to come to the country, to tell them about our plight. The spectrum, as you rightly said, has been designated and allocated for amateur radio purposes. No other should be in that spectrum. Full stop, period. So here is it, that SKELEC are transmitting data, RF, radio frequency, which has been causing this interference for the last 4 years. And they have no regards, it appears. And what they're doing, like I said earlier, is illegal. And if you're doing something illegal, and this is not a fight I want with SKELEC, I'm speaking truth to power. You are telling the people, because they're not being paying, you're breaking the law. Come in and pay us, or else. But you are operating in a spectrum illegally and don't want to fix it. But yet, you're going after your customers. I find that to be hypocritical. This spectrum belongs to the amateur radio worldwide, not just St. Kitts Nevis.
Globally, the International Telecommunications Union, ITU, oversees how much radio spectrum is set aside for amateur radio transmissions. Amateur radio is officially represented and coordinated by the International Amateur Radio Union, with local licensing provided by the NTRC. Attempts to get official responses from SKELEC have not been successful to this point. Ben Bart, SKN Newsline.